Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and Eastern Resurgence with Berliner FC Dynamo. We're taking on Mainz today in the game. The reason I've stopped here is because after this we've got a Europa League draw. We're through in the group and went to the knockout rounds. So it's a sensible place to stop and record a video, isn't it? After this we will be going through the winter break and the winter transfer market, or most of it, and then we'll come back sort of mid-January. So this is going to be sort of the last game before we go on the Christmas break. In the last episode we had the double live call. We ran out 5-0 winners against Cliftonville, and then got an impressive away win against Bayer Leverkusen 2-0. So two good results there. Things were going really well. We won all of our matches of camera, only 3 played, but we won them all. Good stuff. First up was Cologne, who I think are bottom of the table at this point. It was a 3-2 win, all 5 goals coming in the first half. We were 3-0 up, got big back to 3-2, and it was a very quiet second half. It was Pukai scoring yet again. I think this is his 3rd game in a row that he scored. It was a 17th minute goal. And then we won a penalty, and NSS Karacios converted that to make it 2-0 on the 25th minute. And then made it 3-0 with a goal just after half an hour. 3-0, half an hour. But then Colm decided to turn up to the game, and they got a goal back on 37 minutes. Fabio Henrique with that goal. And then a minute before half-time, Jan Thielman scored to make it 3-2. And like I said, a quiet second half, but we won the game. That's all that matters for me here. Wasn't the most spectacular matches, but yeah, good stuff. Then we faced 1860 Munich, who were second bottom. They were either bottom or second bottom of Calm. I'm not quite sure which way around it was. But this was a 3-1 win away from home. Good performance once again. Dominated possession. And yeah, not a lot went wrong here. 1860 gave away a penalty after about 80 seconds, and Luka Kuchin took the penalty because I didn't have one set after Martintana. I would have given it to Karacios, but I didn't manage to change it in time. Kuchin took the penalty and scored it. 1860 didn't take long to equalise. It was Tom Sorga, I don't know, 11th minute goal for him. It was 1-1. We went back in front on 22 minutes, about midway through the first half. Karacios with his 3rd goal in 2 games. And then in the second half, we made it 3-1 with a set-piece goal, and it was Thomas Janisek with a finish at the far post from the corner kick. I think that's his first goal for us, or it said second, but I think one of them might have been in a reserve game. But a 3-1 win away from home, very good once again. And then we had our final Europa League group game, and we actually beat Sporting 1-0 in Portugal. They beat us in Berlin, we beat them in Portugal, and that means that we did actually win the group on goal difference. Pretty quiet game, but we defended really, really well, and the goal came from Shabankir on 55 minutes. So it was the only goal in the game. Pretty close game. We had a bit more of the ball. Sporting had a few more shots, but didn't really create too much. I think we deserved the win. And yeah, that confirms us as group winners. Doesn't affect seedings, but I think we might have got more prize money from it. I'm not quite sure. And after the Mainz game today, we will have the draw for the first knockout round. But yeah, that win against Sporting did mean that we won the group. Our goal difference 3 better than theirs, because we had that the bigger wins against Cliftonville, I guess. We had an 8-0 and a 5-0. They had a 3-0 and a 6-0. So that's where most of that came from. Also, I think we beat Sturm Graz by more goals as well. So we've done really well there. And also in the Bundesliga, Bayern have actually lost their 2nd game. So that means we're actually only 6 points behind them with today still to play. So if we beat Mainz, we'll go 3 points behind Bayern. And we've only lost 1 game. They've lost 2 so far. We are 4 clear of Hanover. That could rise to 7 if we win. Things are looking extremely good. There have been a lot of draws in this fixture, but we have won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these 2 teams. So we've done well. This was the team that won against Sporting. We're going to bring Marcel Stakura back in goal. We have got a few injury concerns. Clovis is still out from his ankle injury he suffered against Cliftonville. Burkhard's got a bit of a knock, but he's got injections to get through that. So I think we will start him today. Pukai is out for a little while as well. He's got 2 to 4 weeks with a wrist injury, so he's unavailable today as well. Unfortunately, the reserve players are now on holiday, so we can't use guys like Janisek, so Belskis will stay on the bench. But I think this is the team that we're going to go with. They're playing well. Midfield could be doing a bit better, but we don't really have any other options. Haag has not been great. Souza is probably going to go in January. I'm going to try and offer him out because he's barely played this season and his abilities just dropped. So he might move on. I think Riccioli might be on his way out either in January or at the end of the season as well, because he's kind of lost his place to guys like Uzun, Palladino and Vucic as well. So yeah, he might be on his way out because Palladino has been in good form. He was essentially just going to be a short-term replacement for Vucic, but he's proved to be a very good defender for us, so he's going to keep his place. And Riccioli is pretty much 4th choice centre-back now. The match is underway at home against Mainz. We're in good form at the moment. Let's keep it going. And hopefully we get a good result here. Keir's picked up a little bit of a knock. It's a groin injury. He looks okay. We'll leave him out there. We'll assess him at half time. But it doesn't look overly bad. Still yet to see our highlight in this game though. We're actually not having as much possession as Mainz are. And we've had just a couple of shots on target. Here we go. There's a throw in here. 39 minutes on the clock. Here's Simon Coleman and Luka Kuchin. And a cross in there. Oh, it's not been dealt with well. And Keir scores his goal. 5th goal of the season for him. And poor defending from the cross as well. We've taken advantage of a defensive error there. And it's 1-0. 40 minutes on the clock coming up. Kuchin's cross was decent. And no one went to win the header. Heller was closest to it, but just didn't look anywhere near winning a header. Didn't even attempt to head the ball. So that goal puts us in front at the break. Not been the most inspiring of games, but we have the lead. Let's keep it going in the second half. 55 minutes on the clock. Throw in by Luka Kuchin. Possession given away. And it's Günther Burkhardt now. Playing through his injury at the moment. He seems okay about it. Vermola. Can he put a cross in there? No, he's always given the ball away to Romero there. And now it is Mainz on the break. Thomas has gone past the number 4 there. And Özün didn't always hit the post. Özün didn't defend well. But they're not off the ball just yet. Karabali's cross is blocked. Lucky escape there. We were poor. Gave the ball away badly. And 63 minutes on the clock. Going to make at least one change. Burkhardt's going to come off. Am I going to play Fabian Haag? And also... we're going to leave Keir on. He seems okay. Carmen's going to be replaced by Tarnat. So double change. 25 minutes left in the game. We look dominant. Barely seen anything from Mainz apart from that mistake. And now they've got an injury as well. And there's a corner here for Mainz. It's Thomas. And it's headed towards goal. Stakura forced into a save. We are going to make our last change and replace Keir with Romero. And the second goal in the last 10 minutes will seal a win here. We just need to make sure that we don't concede. This would be another instance of drop points at home, which we don't want. We want to be keeping up with Bayern. And this win, if we keep it, could put us just 3 points behind them. Arna. That's a good cross. And it's headed by Heller. Keir. He's about to come off, but can he make one last contribution maybe? We're keeping possession well here. That's a good ball. And it's Arna, and it is 2-0. And I think that will be game over. Great cross. And the defender was dozing. Arna capitalised, and it's a good finish by the low knee. Great cross by Vimola. And again, the header not won by the defender. And Arna said, thank you very much. That's better. 3 minutes left of normal time. Could be a chance for a third goal. There's a cross. And then Romero doesn't get to that. Radas goes long. Palladino wins the header there. Radas again. And we've won the ball back. Biasoli. Long ball over for Romero. And a cross. And again, it's headed away. Not very well, though. It's Haag. Hasn't really contributed too much this season. Cross. Karagiottis. A bit of a heavy one for him. And that's going to be, well, still in play. Davidovic keeps it in. Jara is making the run on the left flank. And there's a cross. And it's a goal. It's Wilfried Thomas. Mainz get a goal back. And some nervy last couple of minutes now for us. Wolfsguide with the long ball out to Jara on the left hand side. And a cross, low cross. And Thomas pokes it home. Now we've got some work to do in the last few minutes. Mainz are going to have to score now if they want to rescue a point here. Oh, it seems offside. So that's going to be full time, I think. Lucky escape there. And it's a 2-1 win, which means that we do keep second place. We go 3 points behind Bayern. Good performance, bit shaky, but we were okay. Big result. Still only lost one game this season out of 16. I don't know where this is coming from, but by having an amazing season, with 3 points behind Bayern, we're 7 clear of Hanover in third. And we are 13 clear in the European places. 7th place Leipzig, 24 points. Slight groin injury for Keir, but he should be okay. Burkhardt's going to miss a couple of weeks maybe, a week or two. We're going to see the Europa League draw before we go. Last time we drew, was it Leipzig? Not Leipzig, Lech Poznan? It was Lech Poznan, then it was Dynamo Kiev, and then we lost to Arsenal. Alright, Europa League first knockout round is drawn today. So let's see what sort of teams we have then. We've got Athletic Bilbao, we've got Atletico Madrid, we've got Ghent of Belgium, also Anderlecht, Ajax and Arsenal. I don't want Arsenal again, they thrashed us. Alkmaar, Chelsea, Red Bull Salzburg, Steaua Bucharest, the Icelandic team that I can't say, I don't want to draw them. Fiorentina, Galatasaray, Hanover, Krasnodar, Lazio, Leicester, Lille, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Napoli, Rapid Vienna, Rio Ave, Roma, Sevilla, Shakhtar, Benfica, Sporting, Toulouse, Valencia, Wolfsburg, and Guimaraes. I don't know if we can get the teams from the same nation as us at this point. I'm not quite sure. We'll do an automatic draw, and let's see who comes out. Or we could just go draw next team. That's a lot quicker, isn't it? But Sporting are the first team out. Of course, they came second in our group behind us, and they get Arsenal, so we've avoided them at least. Leicester host Roma in the first leg. Lazio host Rio Ave. Fiorentina are at home against Red Bull Salzburg. Hanover at home against Chelsea, another English team out of the bag. Steaua Bucharest at home, and they get Wolfsburg, another German side out. Ghent are at home, they get Toulouse. Lille are at home, and the delay there means that we've got Lille. Okay, let's see who else got who then. So the Iceland guys got Guimaraes, Galatasaray got Ajax, Anderlecht got Napoli, Vienna got Valencia, Tel Aviv got Sevilla, Shakhtar got Benfica, Alkmaar got Bilbao, and Krasnodar got Atletico Madrid. So it's Lille in the first knockout round. They're 14th in Liga. They're not doing too well at all. Lille have actually spent some time in the second division. They actually got relegated in the first season of the Save. That's an interesting one. They got relegated. They were down in the second division for 5 seasons, got back up, and then they've had some sort of top half finishes. They escaped relegation last season and then finished 6th, which got them Europe. Pretty uninspiring time for Lille. They've been down in the second division. They've managed to come back up again. Do they have any real players that I recognise? No, I don't recognise any of these guys. The fact that they're bottom half in Liga 1 makes me very confident. They're Cluj, Spartak Moscow and Sevilla, and they came second, I think. I'm quietly confident, actually, looking at where they are in the league. I might be underestimating them again, but I think we should be okay there. Obviously, it's a team with a pretty big reputation, but they've sort of fallen on tough times. So we are going to play through the Christmas break off camera. Also, there's a couple of league matches against Leipzig and Nuremberg. I think we'll come back for the first game in the new year with Stuttgart. It's a home game, should be a winnable one. Stuttgart are in the wrong half of the table. That should be okay. And then after that, we'll go straight in with the Europa League and do both legs against Lille. So Stuttgart next time. After that, back onto the Europa League focus. And hopefully we'll see some transfers next time as well. There might be some movement. I've got a couple of players that I think are looking to sell, so they might need replacing. So don't count any transfers just yet either. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I will see you next time. As I said, we're going to come back from our winter break, take on Stuttgart, and hopefully I'll have some new faces to show you. I always try and get some youth players in these January transfer windows, just to try and get some good youth prospects, 17 and 18 year olds, maybe even younger than that. Definitely a possibility. And then first team players, there might be 1 or 2, because as I said, I'm looking to sell some players, so might be a bit of movement in the transfer window. But for now guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.